Tiny, can we become millionaires in a week, in a month? I would like that, really.
Yeah, everybody does. Everybody wants to know, okay, where is the pot of gold hidden? You know, how can I do it quicker than anybody else? The average millionaire is 22 years. Okay, some people do it in a little bit less time, some people a little bit more. The get-rich-quick schemes out there that'll tell you you'll do it in a year or 2 years, things like that, no. The 1 in a million who do it, great, congratulations. No dramas at all. You found a product, you found something, but you also have to mature in business. You also have to understand, you know, if you make it very quickly, you'll lose it very quickly. The standard, let's call them millionaires through lotto, it's 2 years. So whether they win $2 million or $20 million, it's very rare for a lotto winner to have any money after 2 years because they're not used to money. They're not used to it. They don't understand it. You know, they'll go out and buy let's say the lotto winner goes out and buys a Ferrari. It's wonderful. You know, you've got the money to buy a $600,000 Ferrari. And then when the brakes need servicing, it's $34,000 to service the brakes. Now, the last car you actually did buy was probably a $25,000 new car that you paid off over 7 years. Now you've got a $34,000 bill for brakes on your Ferrari. I mean, that's a bit of an exaggeration, but generally it's a very simple answer. It's 22 years. You know, be prepared for the long haul. Things will go up, things will go down, but in general, that's what it takes to get there.
Okay, let's say once we make it, 22 years,
Yep.
we did it. How, if we want to start another company, a business, a completely different business,
Yep.
how does that count? Does it mean going from starts or like?
No, you might be going from start with the actual company in the sense of, you know, it's a new company, but 90% of whatever you've learnt in getting there is still the same. The product or the service just might change, but everything is exactly the same. I mean, it's kind of gets to the stage where, okay, what's 5 plus 5? It's a very simple answer, it's 10. You know, your brain just knows it. Your brain knows when you're starting a new company, or in that 22 years you might have had 5 or 6 different businesses. Some went well, some didn't, some you tried, you know. So it's mainly, you'll get the experience. I mean, one of the funny things is that there's, you know, 90 odd questions that we're doing at the moment, and I don't have to think about any of them when you ask me. So it's just, you know, 30 or 40 years of experience, and it just comes out automatically. It's kind of like the level 4 thing when I say unconsciously competent. You just know what to do and away you go.
What about geography? You had huge businesses in Australia, in Canberra. Now you're in Serbia. You're running here also a very big business, pretty much different than those you had in Australia. So does geography play any role in?
No, it doesn't. I mean, everybody, like I go to different countries and I've taught different people over the years. It's very strange. People in Thailand sort of say, look, if I was in Australia, I could make a fortune. People in America go, oh, if I was in Serbia, there's so many opportunities in Serbia. People in Serbia go, oh, if I was in Thailand. And you sort of listen to everybody, because what they want to do is they want to explain to you why it won't work. Okay? They want to explain to you that this is a different country, it's a different setup, it's different money, it's different taxes. Like every single country that you're in with every single business has hundreds of challenges. You could basically say in Australia, all right, oh, the challenge is I don't have enough money to start a business, or I don't have the experience to start a business, or I'm not in the right family, or I'm not this, or I'm not that. So it's just your own self-defense of not wanting to fail. Nobody wants to fail. I mean, if you look at a simple thing like jumping over a valley, and it's 1,000 feet down, the first thing your brain's going to do is sort of say, well, it's not safe. You know, you might fall, so you're not going to attempt it. So that's a very simple explanation of what happens when you're saying, well, I'm in this country, you don't understand, it's different here, you need to know people, you need to have a lot of money. It's the same sort of thing. Everybody's got that fear of that big jump. And what happens if I fail? Okay, if you fail on a 1,000-foot cliff, we know exactly what happens. Okay, but we're all self-protecting. That's one of the things that our brain does. It protects ourselves by making up these great excuses. Oh, you just don't understand. As I said, when you're in America and you're listening to people and they're going, you know, they might be of Serbian origin. Like if I got back to Serbia, mate, I would kill it. You know, what I know, blah, blah, blah. Here in America, you can't make anything. It's too difficult. There's political influences. You need to know people. You need to have big startups, or so you've got to win lotto. I mean, as I said, it's the same sort of thing. If I brought 10 different countries, 10 different people from different countries in the same room and let them, you know, tell you why they can't do it, they'd be the same. 95% of the excuses are exactly the same. A couple of percent might be different, you know, maybe to do with geography, but 95% is the same stuff. You know, everybody's got this fear of failing. Okay, you know, what's going to happen if I fail? I know what's going to happen if you fail. If you attempt that cliff jump from one edge to the other, you're going to die. Right? In business, it's a lot of the time people have tried it, thought about it, just didn't get the motivation or too lazy. So it's just an automatic. You know, I can't lose weight. You know, it's one of those things. I can't lose weight. You know, because blah 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 blah. Okay, yeah, everybody can lose weight. You put less food in your mouth. That's a really simple answer, isn't it? Put less food in your mouth. So yeah. So yeah, in a nutshell, it's the same everywhere.